From the underground. From the underground. From the underground. From the underground.
I got a feeling that tonight's the night. You make me feel like I'm the one. We're gonna dance under a bright blue sky until we see the setting sun. Don't care about nobody in this room. I only got my eyes on you. You got my heart as long as flowers bloom. And right now it's only true. I wanna love you for the summer. Love you for the summer. Through the lights until we lose ourselves. I feel the glitter on your skin. I feel the beat in every single cell as your body's closing in. I love you for the summer. Love you for the summer. And I love you like the weather. Love you for the summer. Love you for the summer. I wanna be all you can. I wanna be all you love. I wanna be all you can. I wanna be all you love. I wanna be all you can. I wanna be all you love. I wanna be all you can. I wanna love you for the summer. Love you for the summer.
my dogs, we gon' take your spit now. I don't like y'all coaching, I don't like y'all play style. Stand by the exit, we gon' lock this place down. Shut your whole crowd, bro, this mouth. Hurry up on my dogs, we gon' take your plate now. I don't like y'all coaching, I don't like y'all play style. Bro, stand by the exit, we gon' lock this place down. Shut your home crowd, hey bro, this mouth.
Rock crews making moves with top billers. The upper echelons, elites, the sky builders. Don cigars, yacht billers, and drop wheelers. We making these dead presidents dance like Thriller. Here's a daily reminder that they not on my level. Giving y'all any time of the day ain't on my bizzle. Cashing out on a Rari, I treat it like a rental. Ops and calamari's all I see on my menu. Bought a couple bill, I'm up on the hill in the villa. Nutella the filler, but the chinchillas and vanilla. Candy Grilla the Ville when I go chill in Brazilla. Pina coladas over the fritters and Anguilla. Scoping the mountains, open options for the manor. Name a variety, garage looking like a Fanta. Why would I panic? I'm up Bahamas on a hammock. Put in my work, 4 rings for my damage. Dance like Thriller, 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 Thriller. 4 rings for my damage. Dance like. From the front to the. Only the finest rockin' Cabana and Cabanas. They get the picture, we putting commas on the canvas. Doe don't sleep, 50,000 on pajamas.
Oh man,
They never found it on the camera. Scoping them out.
you know it's nice to
What's
see
that?
to see the beard back
Ah, yes.
because we've been sad.
It's only been a week.
I know, but it's sad when the beard isn't around to chastise us.
I mean, you guys make some questionable decisions on your brackets without the beard.
It's very true. For the last 2 weeks, we haven't done brackets, so it's like well, the beard isn't here. Let's not ruin the brackets and have the beard murder us all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's wise. It's wise.
Also,
Football
Vince, stop wishing for the meteor.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Knowing Saywong, it has something to do with fucking Pat Mahomes.
Oh yes, good old Pat Mahomes. He's got blue eyes, right? I don't know who this is.
Well, Brittany Mahomes is really into blonde hair, blue eyed people, even though she married a black guy. But that is not here nor there.
It's over there. Oh, I mean, you know what? At least you can say everyone's here watching this journey because PlayStation Network's down for hours now.
The only reason that people are watching the show is because PlayStation Network is down.
I mean, we're not saying we caused it to happen.
Yeah.
Not saying we did.
Here's to hoping we get a bigger audience tonight because people can't play fucking Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Or Madden.
Exactly. Screw those games.
Right. Let's get this started.
Yes.
Distance nerding.
Welcome, hello, everybody. Not as hey, hey, what up, everybody? It is Friday. It is the short form version of the show, but ladies and gentlemen, after a week of hiatus, the beard has returned, and attached to that beard is a
bald man.
Is a bald non-dancing genius. It is Graveyard.
Yes, and the master of props himself, right below me, is Long Fam Cosplay.
Thank you. Hello. What is Phil?
What?
Lego Nerd Extreme.
Yeah.
Young Phil.
Fucking extreme.
He steps on Legos for fun.
Exactly.
I'll print you up one of those death Legos with the spike tops.
Oh, Say Wong is saying, are you rooting for the Chiefs? Are you rooting for the Eagles? Or are you rooting for just a fucking meteor strike to kill everybody?
I'm hoping that the Owl has the most superb of days.
As a football fan, I'm not a fan of either team. I have my reasons to hate on both teams, but if I have to choose the Chiefs or the Eagles, I'm leaning Eagles.
Oh, it's because you're on riot juice, isn't it?
Very much, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Good. What up, Tater, in the chat? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and the show is brought to you by the good folks over at the most delicious of deliciousness. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by W.
The foolish.
I hit the wrong slider.
A little bit.
I hit the music slider instead of the thing. I was like, ooh, I realized I did that. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by Debbie. Debbie is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Debbie contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Debbie at www.debbie.gg. Use the code NERDING10. Get 10% off your order. I am a W drinker. I know DeLong Family Cosplay they're a bunch of W drinkers. Our boy Tater in the chat is a W drinker. Get you some W. It is delicious, worth the buy. And they've got a whole bunch of new flavors. They just dropped, I want to say yesterday, they just dropped Japanese soda flavor.
Damn it, it's never pickle.
I know. You really want that pickle flavor.
Of course.
Give Jeff some time, and Jeff will make a pickle flavor.
There you go. Well, so here's the question: if he makes you a Malort pickleback, which is the worst of the two options?
That just sounds like fucking death. I think that might shut down my entire system.
I mean, with the aftertaste of the Malort, will you even taste the pickle?
See, there you go. The only way young Phil will drink pickle juice is by drinking Malort first.
No, here's the problem. Like, I would drink the Malort, I'd be dying from the Malort, and the pickle juice would just fucking stop my heart.
Or just reverse and drink the pickle juice and then the Malort.
Oh god, either way, I know the Malort might make the fucking pickle juice taste better.
Exactly.
Tater
Tater saying, Jeff, do it.
How about not?
I mean, let's face it. There has to be a drink called the Pickle Rick at this point in time, right?
So when I was in Vegas, there's a bar there called The Nerd, right? And when I went down there, they had Rick and Morty themed drinks, and they had a Pickle Rick. And I know it was whiskey and pickle juice. No, Sandra, if you guys make anything that is either pickle or Malort, like if pickle and Malort is involved, I'll drink the Malort before I drink the fucking pickle juice.
Wow.
What if they're one and the same?
I don't want either of it. Like I'm usually not one to turn down a drink, but I will fucking turn it down if you give me a drink and it smells like fucking pickles.
I didn't say anything about fucking pickles.
Just like some friggin' like they infuse the stuff with the moonshine. Just infuse some pickle slices with Malort.
God, that's
Ooh.
disgusting.
Oh man, can you imagine putting Malort through a still?
Oh,
Because if you can make moonshine out of anything, can you make moonshine out of Malort?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you could.
I'm sure you
I
could.
don't know
as
why
well.
you would want to. That's fucking nasty.
Maybe the process will make it better somehow.
Oh,
I can say peppermint did not.
like,
Yeah.
made it worse somehow.
Those fluffy peppermint mints. Dropped one of those in the shot glass of Malort. It eats the mint,
Mm-hmm.
and then it makes the worst tasting thing I've ever had.
Mm.
It somehow made it worse because it like added a little sweetness to the beginning and then made the rest of it just like intensified. So it's like Malort on steroids.
That sounds disgusting.
Just as disgusting as pickle flavored Malort.
I mean, right now we're talking like end of the world type things, and lucky enough, just because the world's on fire and everything is just fucked.
What
we're doing
Edition.
we're doing the end of the world, end of humanity bracket.
Between you and Jen, I don't know who's better at fucking transitions. This is fucking this is masterful, man.
So by we, I mean I have compiled 32 movies crossing all genres of end of the world, end of humanity type things. So there are a couple of horror, there's a couple of YA, because why not? And just really, really bad movies as well. I don't want to give you guys any hints to what's up. I just want to go into this bracket. You guys ready for it?
Let's do this. I'm excited for this because there are a couple of movies I'm hoping are going to be on this list, and I'm not even going to ask you if they're on there. So I'll just be disappointed if they're not later.
It's okay. And remember, if you want more brackets with more options, buy us a taco.
Yeah.
All right. So first up, we have everyone's hopefully 52nd state of Greenland.
Oh God.
Yes, the Gerard Butler movie where he has to get to Greenland because that's the only safe place in the entire world, versus the Steve Carell led Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Which one is the Gerard Butler one?
Greenland.
I never saw that one.
It's not good.
I mean, to say Gerard Butler makes some pretty shitty movies, but I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
because there was a point in his career where he just did whatever you put in front of him.
Yes, I think that was everyone's point in their career when they made movie 43.
But I mean, movie 43's intention was to be a shitty movie, so it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
because that was like 90% of the joke was that this is going to be a shitty movie.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And
said just hey, it said, "Hey, P.S. I Love You" was a good movie.
I didn't say all his movies were shitty. Now, P.S. I Love You, I never saw, but I mean, like, there are movies that he made that were obviously like, you did this because you had no other choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were movies that he made that had very, very fucking interesting premises that are one of those movies where on paper is not a good movie, and you go and like look at it and it's like, yeah, I shouldn't admit that I like this movie so much,
Mm-hmm.
but fucking gamer. Something about that movie I just enjoyed.
Michael C. Hall made that movie. Okay.
I mean, Michael C. Hall's character, him playing the villain in that was good, but then also, oh God, what's his name? The dude from Heroes.
The dude from Heroes. Yes, the dude from Heroes. Never watched Heroes, so
Okay. He played one of the characters when they got to the fucking Sims world.
I don't know. But regardless, what do you think? Have you seen either of these movies, DeLong? Jeff,
What was the second movie?
Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. I believe that was Steve Carell and Keira Knightley.
That's the actual name.
I want to say I want to say it was on Netflix.
I've never even heard of either of these.
I'm personally going with Seeking a Friend because Greenland was just an awful, awful movie.
Okay, so the premise of Greenland is the only safe place in the world is fucking Greenland somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because it's covered in snow?
No, it's green. Why else would it be called Greenland if it wasn't green? Come on.
Because Vikings are dicks.
Exactly.
There was something about like they named it Greenland in order to convince people to move there.
The thing was supposed to be that Greenland was supposed to be the icy one, and Iceland is the green, so that people will go to Greenland when they see it on a map and be less likely to go to Iceland where all the freaking resources were, and they can just kind of stow it away from people.
Hey, all 32 people of Greenland appreciate this movie Greenland, right?
They're like, yeah, they made our country the place, you know,
Safe
that
place.
is the safe place to go, and you know, people will care about our country.
It's not for sale.
I'm pretty sure that's the movie that Donald Trump saw that made him go, I want to buy Greenland.
Yeah, it is for sure. All right, so where did you guys vote?
I mean, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, just because
Keira Knightley. I agree.
Keira Knightley. There you go. Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
you,
I'll go
Jeff?
with that too.
All right. Well, only Taters voted so far in chat, but I don't think anyone's voting for Greenland unless Donald Trump
London
is
Has Fallen was good.
sure. Why not?
Okay.
All right. That all being yes. Now Tater just listing off good Gerard Butler movies. So I'll say, well, I'm saying Greenland.
Greenland.
He probably doesn't like Keira Knightley because she wasn't the real Padme Amidala.
The real Padme Amidala.
Mm-hmm.
No, there is a Gerard Butler movie that is absolutely amazing.
Yes, it's called Dracula 2000.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he was Dracula. All right.
Yeah, I
So
try to forget that movie just in general.
No, actually, I just saw Den of Thieves, which is actually a really good movie. The movie I'm thinking of is Law Abiding Citizen. That movie's fucking awesome.
Okay. All right. So Seeking a Friend moves on. Next up, we have everyone's favorite M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's movie about a knock at the cabin, and it's Dave Bautista. Versus what if Viggo Mortensen lost his horse and had to travel the road?
God.
I'm not saying these are good movies, but it's just an imagination.
This may make me want to fucking vote for M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, man.
Uh-huh. Jeff, do you have an opinion one way or the other?
Hey, don't know.
And you guys know I'm usually pretty anti M. Night Shyamalan, so I mean, like, for a bracket to make me want to fucking vote for M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm not anti of him, but a lot of his movies do get repetitive. Not in storytelling, but in beats.
Yes.
If you've seen one, you pretty much know what's going to happen in all of them.
Yeah, his beat is, I have two sentences. Wouldn't it be cool if X? And how he gets to that point is nonsense along the way.
I mean, the only I can't say that I don't that I like dislike every movie that he does, because there are legitimately decent movies that he has done. It's just they're far and few between with the amount of movies that he's done. You know, Sixth Sense was good. Sixth Sense was a good movie. You know,
Yes.
The fucking Happening is like the worst movie ever.
He also made Did he make The Last Airbender?
He did with the last Airbender, and I don't forgive him for that.
Yeah, that was not good. But is he the one that did the No Country?
No, he didn't do No Country for Old Men. No, that's too good of a fucking movie for him. No Country for Old Men is a masterpiece. Fuck that.
That movie was good.
Yeah. That introduced us to fucking Javier Bardem, and that guy is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually voting for Knock at the Cabin, quite honestly. It's not a bad movie because, first off, it's not his original story. It's someone else's story. So
I was gonna say, didn't somebody else write it? He just directed it.
oh, yeah, it's based off of someone's book,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's the only reason why I'm going for Knock at the Cabin.
Your children are the fucking.
Mhm.
You have to choose one.
Exactly. So what are you voting for, Phil?
I'm not gonna.
Okay. Jeff?
I guess we'll go Shyamalan.
That's amazing. I'm getting people to vote for M. Night Shyamalan on the bracket. What's the world coming to?
When M. Night Shyamalan is getting positive reviews on Distance Nerding.
You know what show he doesn't get positive reviews on?
The Happening?
They mostly not.
Oh,
Not. Yeah, we destroy him a lot.
yeah, as you should.
Exactly.
Again, there are some movies that
Stay Wong. Signs was not an option. It was Knock at the Cabin. It was Knock at the Cabin in the Road, Stay Wong. Tater is just saying Signs.
Yes, Signs was good up until the fucking twist at the end.
Yes.
The twist was so stupid.
Yeah, the twist in that movie was fucking dumb. Oh, they're afraid of water. Water kills them. Like, why the fuck are they going to a planet that's 99% water?
You're assuming all aliens are smart.
Even
I
the
mean, let's
primary
face it.
life forms are all mostly water.
I mean, let's face it. If we were to send people to a different planet that we didn't care about, we're probably sending the dumb ones.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
Just saying. All right, so Knock at the Cabin moves forward. Next up, we have what if giant machines with wheels called Immortal Engines goes against Kevin Costner with gills, Waterworld.
Kevin Costner with gills for sure.
Waterworld.
And it's only because Immortal Engines was a good book, but a shitty movie.
Yes.
So, you know, it's one of those things where you had an opportunity to take a really good property and make a good movie out of it, and you fucked it up royally. Because Immortal Engines, the book, I was excited because the book was good. Obviously, they thought the book was good too because they tried to make a movie out of it.
They did make a movie. They just didn't make the entire franchise.
They tried to make a movie out of it. They did not make a good one. Immortal Engines automatically loses that one. Waterworld was a fucking repeat movie for me when I was a kid, and I watched it again recently. It's like, nope, still holds up.
As James points out, Immortal Engines doesn't get a theater stunt show at Universal Studios.
100%.
It's true. All right, yeah, this was interesting that I was able to get people to vote for Waterworld and an M Night in the same bracket.
I actually like Waterworld.
So do I.
What?
I'm not a anti-Waterworld person. Again, there are premises in that movie that don't make sense. Like, where the fuck are you getting all this fuel from? But I mean, the movie is also suspending disbelief. So
That people,
a lot of dumb stuff in that movie.
yeah,
But
there's a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense in that movie.
hey, talk about Kevin
we go around
Costner like
watching.
that.
We go around watching superhero movies, and there's a lot of shit that doesn't make sense in most of those.
That is true, and yet somehow an irradiated scientist makes more sense than Waterworld.
I mean, Swamp Thing is one of my favorite characters, and A dude that messed with chemicals and fell in a swamp.
Mhm.
Now has the powers of Earth.
But it turns out that he actually died.
Yeah.
Like he's not actually like if you get deep into the lore,
Yeah.
the green, which is like the power of the earth, took on
Chooses a new member.
took on his consciousness and used that to fuel itself. But
Yeah.
he actually died,
Yeah.
which is like actually a good twist. I'm sure they're gonna put that in the new movie, like if they do the origin story. But like that's actually a good twist, right? Is this entire time you're expecting like he's got these memories and he was like a person, and you think that like, oh yeah, he turned into the swamp monster. No, a swamp monster was born and stole his consciousness. He died.
Swamp Monster was reborn.
There you go.
Because it's actually a passing on the torch type deal.
Well, because once he realizes it, then the swamp monster actually becomes one with the green and fucking like sheds its humanity, and Swamp Thing becomes increasingly unhinged the further you get into the stories.
Yeah. I just hope they bring the gray in.
Mhm.
It almost sounds like what happened to Captain Planet if the Planeteer stopped caring.
Isn't that what Planetina was?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so Waterworld is moving up. Next up, we have I can't sing worth a crap. So the song that made Aerosmith popular in the year 1999 or 2000 with
Don't want to lose you,
exactly. So
Don't
Armageddon.
fall asleep as I miss you, babe.
Yes. Armageddon, where everyone fell in love with Liv Tyler, versus the movie that has Love and Monsters called Love and Monsters. Yes. Dude Looks Like a Lady is clearly from 1999, James.
You look like a lady.
James just dealing with those conflicted feelings where he got way too into Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do you guys think? Love and Monsters, which is about a boy and his dog looking for a woman on the radio that doesn't actually want to be with him, versus let's send miners or drillers into space instead of training the really smart astronauts to do that job.
When you put it that way, I don't want to vote for fucking Armageddon.
What's easier, train miners and oil riggers to be astronauts or astronauts to work a drill?
It's true. It probably would be easier to teach astronauts how to work a drill.
Not just a drill, but a drill that's not even like the one they actually use on Earth.
Right.
Because these guys are fucking rocket scientists. Like literally the people who are these astronauts.
Uh-huh.
These are people who train their entire lives for this.
Mm-hmm. Let's face it, it's just an excuse for Michael Bay to make things blow up.
Oh yeah, we know.
I personally don't like either of these movies.
I don't know. I saw the other one.
Love and Monsters.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's not good. It's not good. Just think like Sleepless in Seattle, but monsters.
Is that the one where, like, one point they're in a cabin, like, trying to bring a freaking robot back to life?
Yes, I think so.
And they're like, they like save the crab monster on the beach when they find the people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. That was not good.
All right. So, is you vote then for Armageddon?
Yeah, I'm in for Armageddon.
Sadly, yeah.
It's interesting how I'm getting people to vote tonight. It's weird.
I think part of it is just also because the movies we chose to put on this list.
Uh-huh. All right. So Taylor says Armageddon. Sandra says Armageddon. So Armageddon is moving on. Interesting.
Don't want to close my eyes.
All right.
Fall asleep as I miss you, babe. The disappointment in your voice just said it all.
Next up, we have, but won't someone think of the children of men versus Tom Hanks and his pal robot Finch.
Oh, I like Children of Men. Actually, I was just telling Jackie about that movie recently.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the vibes are very Why the Last Man, but not at the same time because it is still very kind of chauvinist. But I mean, like, I don't know. I like the movie in general.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. It kind of came and went though.
It did definitely. It definitely didn't. It didn't last as long as it should. It didn't have the following that it should have had.
Yeah. And then Finch was like Tom Hanks' first movie deal signage with like Apple TV.
Yeah, and it did not go anywhere. But I mean, that's a lot of Apple's kind of like deals. They're not good at like advertising.
Yeah,
they have these amazing TV shows and movies, and nobody knows about them.
First time, James says, first time he heard Grace say a movie was a good movie. Interesting. I don't know who Grace is. I think he means to say grave, but I know typing's hard sometimes. Yeah, Children of Men. I said I'm going for that. What about you, Jeff?
I don't think I know either of these, so I'll take your word. Children of Men.
I mean, I'm definitely going Children of Men. Again, I felt like Children of Men was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. For end of the world apocalyptic movie, but yes,
yeah,
essentially end of humanity. That's kind of the theme, right?
Yeah.
I'm going with here. So, chat, let us know. Children of Men versus Finch. Say Wong, I would think you'd say Finch because it has a robot.
Robots are in this movie, so we know that's the one you want.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you guys never chat. You don't know how bad. Correction. And Say Wong says Finch.
Of course he did.
Sandra says Children of Men. Yes. That's with it's Clive Owen. Right?
Clive Owen, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it was like his movie right after Sin City, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
Again, it was a fucking good movie, man. Like, especially because like the twist, like you don't know whether like this kid was an experiment or it was like a random birth, considering the premise of the story that's happening.
Right.
So it's good, especially like the way everything plays out. I don't want to spoil everything, but yeah, guys, watch it. It's a good movie.
Basically, Hope Summers.
Yeah. Because that movie was abandoned. So I mean, like, it 100% is Hope Summers because it was abandoned the same way that fucking Nathan abandoned his daughter.
All right, so Children moves up. Next up, we have Mad Max, the Road Warrior, because there was no apocalyptic event in the first one.
Right.
Versus the hysterical, the inappropriate, This Is the End.
Fuck, I was hoping this wasn't going to go up against something fucking crazy like that. This is the movie I was saying at the beginning. This is the movie I hope is going to be in this list.
This Is the End?
Oh my God, I fucking love that movie so
I
much.
love it so much, yes.
There's so much to love about that movie. It is so dumb and good at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And just the amount of cameos that they got people to fucking do in this movie.
Did Hermione just rob us? Jeff, what do you say?
This is the end, of course, obviously there. I mean, this is by far the best two of the movies that I've heard, but...
Okay, so I have to ask you, is this the only Road Warrior movie that's on this list?
It is.
I can also tell you without even seeing the chat, I know which one Sandra's voting for. Yep, This Is the End.
Really for the back.
Always at the end.
Only for the Backstreet Boys? Are you saying that you don't want Channing Tatum on a leash?
I forgot about that. That fucking leash.
With
Mhm.
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Man, like I want to vote for This Is the End, but like I also it's fuck, man. It's Max Rockatowski, man. I don't want to fucking get rid of Max Rockatowski. This is the only movie on this list that has Max in it.
Right, because it's the only one that actually has the apocalypse kind of happen for it.
Yeah. Because I mean, you know, it's mostly implied for like the rest of the series.
Yes. Yeah. And in fairness, he's not Mad Max. He's only mad for like the last 15 minutes of the first movie. He's just normal Max for most of the movie.
Well, I mean, Mad in Australia is not like angry. Mad is like crazy.
He's also only crazy for the last 15 minutes of the movie. So, Phil, what are you voting for? You voting for the Road Warrior?
Just don't want to vote for Road Warrior. Why did you do this to me?
It was RNG.
Fucking RNG. I have to go with This Is the End just because as much as I don't want to get rid of Mad Max, I also don't want to get rid of This Is the End because that movie was so fucking good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I arguably one of Jay Baruchel's best movies.
Yes. I love Jay Baruchel, man. Like I was on a fucking Jay Baruchel kick for like a minute.
Like Man Seeking Woman? Yeah.
But also because he was
That
like
show is so great.
his character in Fanboys was fucking amazing.
Yes. Yeah. But This Is the End is moving forward because, you know, reasons.
I mean,
mainly more votes.
It's okay. Good reasons. We're fine.
Yes. Yes. All right. We have the movie that teased us with Batman v Superman. The vampire, zombie, monster hunter with bad CGI Will Smith and I Am Legend versus the non-porn version of Deep Throat called Deep Impact.
This is also a movie that me and you just had a fucking extensive conversation about. About how we feel that and I mean you also had the same conversation with Salem, but like about instead of remaking movies, how about we go back and redo the CGI in movies that don't hold up?
And only the CGI, like I said, because if I was in charge of making I Am Legend 2, and I'm not, but if I was, I would redo the graphics, what your graphics are going to be in the new movie, reapply it to the original and only CGI, and have it look so it looks the same and not outdated as hell.
If you're gonna, or do that, but re-release the first one.
Yes.
Like the month before.
Yep.
In theaters, get all the money from that, and then you drop the second one right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the movie was great in 2008. You watch it now, the CGI is really bad.
It does not hold up at all.
No.
And
So,
again, it's a good movie considering like if you know the story. And again, I think I plug this show more than fucking Graveyard does. But guys, go and listen to. This wasn't last week's episode, right? It was 2 weeks ago.
yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so they just did an entire episode going over movies that are based on
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. All the old movies that are based on I Am Legend and everything like that. And they go over I Am Legend in depth, and it's actually really well done. So, but yeah, so we did I Am Legend versus what?
Deep Impact.
Yeah, no, I Am Legend.
Jeff?
I gotta go with I Am Legend. slightly the better movie.
I
But
haven't.
it's during the era where Will Smith just played himself in a different situation every movie.
It's a joke they make on the show. Will Smith as himself.
When you have a character trait and your character is you, it's really easy to play yourself.
Even if it doesn't fit in the story.
Exactly. Hey, we need you to be unmoving, unsentimental to your son. Great. We'll call it After Earth. Fantastic. Just real life at the Smith house.
It's like, I need you to do real life.
I hate my
It's
son.
just their
Perfect.
reality show.
Exactly. Yeah, Deep Impact was Deep Impact sucked. Just honest, it did suck. I'm not gonna lie.
Deep Impact was it was one of those movies. For like I mean, they still kind of do it now, but they do it less now. But like back in the day, they would like, oh yeah, here's a script leak for this movie that's coming out. We're gonna make a fucking copy of this movie, but like worse.
Exactly.
Impact was that for fucking Armageddon.
Yes. Yeah.
They only made Deep Impact because Armageddon was coming out.
Exactly. All right, so I Am Legend is moving up. Next up, we have all right, in space, Interstellar.
Okay, I was gonna say you would consider that
It's a world-ending event, yeah.
no, but it is because the fucking the whole planet like fucking basically dies. So yeah, no, that makes sense.
Versus what we hoped would be a parody of the United States and the world called Don't Look Up.
Oh, you said a parody of the United States, and I immediately thought Idiocracy.
I said what we hoped was going to be a parody of the United States. It's now truth. So,
Idiocracy is that movie.
Oh, that too. Yes. Yeah. Did you watch Don't Look Up?
I don't think I did. Who's in it?
Everyone is in it. Kate Blanchett. It's essentially they're trying to convince the world and people that the world is ending, and they're like, meteors are coming. We have to do something about it. They're like, yeah, just don't look up. It's not. If you don't look at it, it won't happen.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is this what I think it is? It is. No, I have.
Yeah.
This movie was fucking good.
Yeah.
It was one of those movies that I wasn't expecting to be good. I thought it was going to be like kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's right. I remember Timothy Chalamet's character. I 100. He's the boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I remember this movie now. Okay. Fuck. Okay. So it's Don't Look Up against what?
Interstellar.
Fuck. Those are both good movies. Like they are both good movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because Interstellar has so much fucking like quantum physics and like legitimate science in it.
Yes.
Like they even get to a point where you get into string theory and it's like holy shit. Like as he does, Chris Nolan is he's known for that. For like if he does something like does any research on a movie, he goes all in on that. Like that.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson talked to the guy that was the scientific expert for that movie Interstellar.
Yeah.
Where Chris Nolan goes, hey, will this work? I don't think you will. Try harder. And he would. So he pushed science forward by making the movie Interstellar.
Yeah. And that's kind of like why I'm like really on the fence for this, because it's like I like that, but Don't Look Up was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was a it's got its comedy beats, comedy elements, but I mean like kind of you do get into like very deep existentialism in that movie.
Yes.
By the end of it.
Yep.
And it like becomes a serious movie for a movie that starts off as a comedy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going Don't Look Up just because it, as you said, it is so surprisingly good.
Yeah. Like you really do not expect it to be as good as it was.
No, not in the slightest.
Especially when you look at the premise of it. It just looks like a fucking goofy, dumb, funny movie.
it looks like a scary movie parody initially.
Yeah.
So, what were you going for then, Phil?
Fuck me.
That's not one of the options. Sorry.
Unfortunately. According to my Reno fan club. Fuck. What's the chat looking like?
One vote for Interstellar, and that's it from chat. So,
And then James going Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Morgan
all
Freeman.
right. So, Jeff, what do you say?
I'm gonna have to go with Interstellar because that was actually a good movie, and I have not seen the other one.
You should.
Gotta watch it, dude. Was that a Netflix movie?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
I looked at the thing on here to see if do I not know it by name type thing. So it was a Netflix movie. That was like the first thing that popped up on my phone was the Netflix trailer.
Yeah, Jackie put that movie on, and I wasn't expecting it to be anything.
Mhm.
And I was just like, this is fucking good. I really like this.
All right. So,
But again, Interstellar is one of those movies that literally moves science forward.
yep. You can say Interstellar. It's okay.
No, I'm saying it's hard because I really like fucking Don't Look Up.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost don't want to vote for Interstellar because it was that good.
I only watched Interstellar because I used to, when I was working, I'll listen to podcasts. And I actually listened to Adam Savage's old podcast that he used to do, and he interviewed the guy that wrote the book.
Yeah. That guy he's old as hell, but he did great work. Chat, where are you, chat? Come on.
Yeah, no, chat, we need you on this one. The other thing about Don't Look Up is it didn't have a happy ending, and that's also something I kind of liked about it.
I would say most of these movies don't have happy endings.
Well,
wiping out humanity.
Interstellar, definitely didn't have a happy ending because, they dealt in fucking, time and science and space and everything. So, he's still young and his fucking daughter died a long time ago. It's fucking tragic, but Don't Look Up was definitely everybody fucking dies kind of shit.
Hey, Jonah Hill had a good ending, okay?
I think I'm
Skinny Jonah Hill or early Jonah Hill?
No, it was Skinny Jonah Hill. That movie's made during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think as much as I don't want to vote against this movie, I think I'm going to go with Interstellar.
All right. Interstellar is moving forward and pushing books backwards from the other side.
Yeah.
In a way that he would not remember what the titles look like. All right. Now, somehow, RNG loves us sometimes, but other times it hates us.
Like it did in this last fucking thing.
But it matched up. What if the movie, but also this movie is the same thing? So we have 2012 versus The Day After Tomorrow, which is essentially the same movie.
Same fucking movie, right? It's funny.
Now, my reasoning for going for The Day After Tomorrow is purely because of South Park. Where Randy draws a giant dick in the map of the United States, parodying The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
As much as I like to see John Cusack flying a plane across the earth falling apart, and I believe going to Greenland at the end.
He went to Greenland. Yeah, Day After Tomorrow, just because 2012 was kind of more of a cash grab.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. What about you, Jeff?
I'm gonna go day after tomorrow. Yeah.
It's because of Bubble Boy? It's because of Bubble Boy. It's okay. I like him as Bubble Boy.
What does he say?
movie.
What does he say in that movie? He say $150.
Yep.
$500.
That's what the $500.
That was my first introduction to Jake Gyllenhaal was Bubble Boy. And then Donnie Darko. All right, so with only 2 votes for 2012, Day After Tomorrow is moving forward. All right. Next up, we have the one and only Tom Cruise running through the human dust from Alien Invasions with Morgan Freeman as the announcer of War of the Worlds versus a movie so loud we can't talk in it because aliens will come and destroy our kids. They just want a spaceship toy. Quiet Place.
Fuck.
Which War of the Worlds are we doing? The old
Cruise.
school one or the new one?
The
Tom Cruise.
one.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise and fucking Jimmy Steve from Shameless.
Somehow that actually makes it lose points, in my opinion. I like the old one more.
I'm going for, War of the Worlds is a classic story, right? It is the quintessential H.G. Wells story. Now, the movie was Tom Cruise running from aliens.
Right.
And running through the dust of people that exploded.
They were like, "Oh, we have Tom Cruise. Let's just write a bunch of scenes of him running, and people will want to watch it."
Mm-hmm. A Quiet Place was a fantastic movie, and I loved it every moment of it.
Yeah,
enough to like kill a kid on screen, which is very taboo in horror movies.
It's a really fucking well done movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, props to John Krasinski because he fucking wrote that movie too. So,
yep. So, what do you say, Phil?
I think I go Quiet Place. I mean, I was kind of on the fence for a moment there, just because I do like War of the Worlds.
It's because Filzy's in it.
Because Filzy's in it.
Tim Robbins.
Oh yeah. But I think ultimately just the better of the two movies is Quiet Place.
Mm-hmm. Steve Wong says War of the Worlds. Jeff, what about you?
Which I still haven't seen the new one.
A shittier remake of a good movie, or a movie about people whispering.
Yeah. They're all just doing pillow talk. What was that?
I think I'm gonna go War of the Worlds.
You're gonna go War of the Worlds. It's not whispering; it's just pillow talk all the time.
Pillow talk between lovers.
Exactly. All right, so that makes 3 for Quiet Place, 2 for War of the Worlds. Chat, we'll give you Sandra if you're there. War of the Worlds or A Quiet Place? Let us know. It's funny that there's 2 also, alien invasion movies teamed up together.
Yeah.
Okay. Curious for future. Do we have Independence Day or Mars Attacks in there?
No.
Because they weren't Armageddon level stuff. I mean, I guess technically you could say that Independence Day had some Armageddon level stuff, but that wasn't the premise of the movie.
And we saw from the sequel, humanity actually thrived because of it.
Yeah. I never even saw the sequel, so.
What was it? Independence Day Resurgence?
Yeah, essentially in the world where Will Smith dies, the world became better. Weird. All right, so A Quiet Place is moving up. All right, now we have a movie on here. It is the End of the World bracket. Good job, James. So next up, we have a movie that hell many people have seen called Save Yourselves.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that one.
Do you know what it is though? Essentially, it's what if Trebles come to Earth and other aliens are trying to save humans.
If what came to Earth?
You know, the trouble with Trebles from Star Trek, the big furry creatures or critters.
Oh yeah.
It's a comedy, but it's awesome. It stars the deputy from Stranger Things. He's also the boyfriend in Horse Girl with Allison Brie. Also in Yellow Jackets. Versus what if we play nothing but Rage Against the Machine, dress in leather, and fight some Agent Smiths? The Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Because arguably humanity is like dead.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Well, I mean, it is very apocalyptic. You know, when you get into the everything in Zion.
Yep. Wow. So
I just looked up Save Yourself to see what it was. In the reviews section, it's like 50% one stars.
Yeah.
It's like it's like save yourself from watching this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Are the Terminator movies in this, Sewong? Which Terminator movie has the apocalypse happen in it, Sewong? I like to hear.
Actually, there is one.
There's one.
It has a 2.5 star rating.
So does that mean Terminator 2 is in this?
There's no apocalypse in Terminator 2.
There's
a happy ending.
No, but I'm saying like there's an apocalypse scene.
There's lots of movies have apocalypse scenes.
Going with that, you have to put every freaking Marvel and DC movie in there.
I was gonna say if we're gonna do that, then that would mean if that's the premise of what makes it on this list, that means it would have to be fucking Salvation,
right?
Because Salvation takes place during the apocalypse.
Justice League, they literally freaking blue beam with Apocalypse.
But to answer your question, say along, no, there's no Terminators on this because I don't consider them apocalyptic movies.
I mean, like I said, Salvation takes place during the apocalypse.
Also, say along if you want more. So Terminator Caribbean on this, buy us a taco.
There you go.
And
said,
yeah. All right. So the Matrix is moving on.
Yeah, no, the Matrix for sure.
Yeah, Matrix.
I don't think I voted, but I mean, we all know it's the fucking Matrix.
I wasn't even the biggest fan of the Matrix, but still the Matrix.
Yeah. So along, essentially, this is like the usually the top rated movies in that category. So, all right. Next up, we have DJ Quills hacks your phone with a piece of foil and hairbrush. The core.
Was DJ Quills in that fucking movie?
He was.
Oh my god.
He was one of the team members in the machine going to the core to restart it. Versus John Lithgow and James Franco bring on the rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so Rise of the Planet of the Apes or Core.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Core was an okay movie.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It's funny that I have to put it in that like terminology. Like it was an okay movie.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes for sure because it's actually
Jeff.
I'm going to go with Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It was a actual watchable movie.
Yeah.
We gotta send the ship to the core and restart it. How can you do that? By sending a hacker. Cool.
That's how we know, the quality of this movie is DJ Quills is in it.
Mhm.
DJ Quills hasn't been relevant since fucking the other guy.
Hey. He was in Supernatural.
He hasn't been relevant since the other guy.
I mean, if you believe rumors, he's the new Freddy Krueger. So,
DJ Quills?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't see that. I can't see DJ Quills as fucking as Freddy Krueger.
What? No one can. No one can. All right, we'll give chat here a couple more minutes for the Core versus Rise of the Planet of the Apes. All right. We probably have time for this last one here because it's almost time. Holy crap.
No worries. I'm actually on the last couple of pieces here, so
Sweet. All right, yep. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is moving forward. All right, last up, we have what if Nick Cage meets the end of the world? The Knowing.
oh god.
Versus, oh man, the sun's dying. Let's go restart the sun, called Sunshine. Did you see Sunshine?
I did not.
Really? It stars Scarecrow himself.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that? You've never seen Sunshine? You had to have seen Sunshine.
I've never seen Sunshine.
It's written by Alex Garland and directed by Danny Boyle.
How the fuck do I not know this movie? Hold
Has
on.
Chris Evans, Michelle Yeoh, Benedict Wong,
What?
Rose Byrne. Yeah.
When
Cillian
did it
Murphy.
come out?
2007.
What the fuck? How do I not know this movie?
It's a fantastic movie. Do you know it, Jeff?
No, but at that time I was only watching comedy and horror. So
It's
No.
a horror. It's
Oh
a
my
horror movie.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cillian Murphy, Michelle Yeoh, fucking Rose Byrne, Chris Evans,
Yep.
Curtis,
Yeah.
Benedict Wong. Hiroyuki
Yeah.
Sanada's in this? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you have a poster for it right there, Phil?
I can probably pull one up. I'm just looking at like the rest of this fucking cast. Mark Strong's in this.
Yeah.
How the fuck have I never heard of this movie?
I don't know. I know Phil needs to watch this weekend.
Like seriously.
Like I said, written by Alex Garland and directed by Danny Boyle.
Okay, even more. How the fuck have I never seen it? It's fucking Danny Boyle.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh god, it bombed.
It's a fantastic movie.
I know, but I'm just saying it bombed. Just
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at it, budget
Oh,
was
yeah.
40 million. It only made 23.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! This movie fucking.
You need to watch it and let me know what you think of it.
Troy Garrity, Hiroyuki Sanada, Benedict Wong, Chipo Chung. Oh my god, what the fuck? All right. The film takes place in the year 2057, where a group of astronauts aboard the Icarus 2 are sent on a dangerous mission to reignite a dying sun.
Yep.
Here is
Yeah, I don't recognize that.
Wow.
Sounds good.
It's amazing. If you like science fiction, horror, you're gonna like this. It's if you think think of anything that can go wrong in the spaceship that's not Star Trek or Star Wars related, but in that vein, without giving too much away.
I think the last space horror movie I really watched was freaking either the Alien ones or Hellraiser. Which was that? There's one of them where he's in space.
That's
And
number
they're on
4.
that space station.
That's number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It was not
Hellraiser.
good.
It's Hellraiser Bloodlines.
Yeah, it was not good.
okay. So
I love Hellraiser, but that was not good.
I'm like kind of like diving deeper into this to kind of see like why did this bomb, because like it's Fox Searchlight, so I mean it's considered an indie film just because Searchlight had its hand in it. I mean, like looking at it, like so worldwide it only made 34.8 million on a budget of 40 million, so it's a box office fucking bomb. They lost a shit ton of money for this movie. And I guess one of the biggest critiques that like a lot of critics said was it went from being like a salient science movie to being a slasher movie, and they felt like they were just trying to appease teenage audiences, so that's why so many people hated it.
Oh, if you like Aliens, if you like Event Horizon, you're gonna like Sunshine.
Alien or Aliens?
Alien. Just for the crew dynamic of a spaceship.
Holy shit! So Sean Axmaker from Seattle, from the Seattle Post Intelligencer, he said it is a visionary odyssey with the grace and awe and visual scope that calls to mind Stanley Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey before a new millennium. Like,
yeah,
that is fucking shining.
Yeah.
How do you have reviews that good and you bomb? I have to watch this movie now.
You do. I'm going for Sunshine, just so you know. I absolutely love it. We we did a space horror episode, and this was on it. I've seen it. I saw it in theaters when it came out.
So Matt's saying that he hasn't seen either of them either.
Yeah.
Matt,
Have you seen The Knowing?
I
didn't
watch The Knowing.
You know what it is?
God.
Okay, it's Nick Cage realizing that some person wrote down all these dates that predicted every disaster in human history.
Okay, no, I haven't seen it, but I know what movie you're talking about.
It's bad.
I mean, it's Nick Cage, man.
I know, but it's bad. So far, I'm the only one voting here because I've barely seen.
I think so. At this point, the vote that I'm putting in is which movie am I more likely to want to go see. I know I never wanted to see The Knowing, and it's not because it's Nick Cage, but it's more so because, like, he's kind of known for doing movies that are just like, why would you fucking do this? Why would you think this is a good idea, Nick?
Because he needs money.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to go for Sunshine just because it's the two movies. It's the one I want to go see.
Jeff, how about you?
I think I'm gonna go with Sunshine too, as well. It just sounds like it has the better premise of the two of them.
Yes.
The other one sounds like another National Lampoon's, or not National Treasure.
It's National Treasure mixed with the number 23 mixed with like The Happening.
Yeah, so let me just show you guys this real quick before, and we probably have. Oh no, we're over time right now.
We're over. Yep.
But just to show you kind of what this is right here. So the idea is you've got like the pathway, right? This is where the castle is going to go. So once the Mario 64 castle that's in the middle of the game.
Is that Lakitu with the camera?
Yeah. So this is the Lakitu with the camera right there.
Yep.
Right. So you can see the camera up there.
Yeah.
Right. Mario, there's going to be a little Mario piece that goes right there, and a Princess Peach one that goes over here. But you've got the tube right there, and then it goes to Bowser's dungeon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that's the lava world. It's not his dungeon.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's the lava world underneath the castle. Right.
Yeah, love it.
So that right there, that's what I've got built today. And then, of course, you weren't here yesterday, Matt. So, I've got the one side of the question box built right here. On this side, there's a little hidden compartment. I gotta hold him because he's gonna fall because I have to put the camera up to see it. But basically, you pop this open right here, and there's a little Bowser in there.
Oh,
actually, put it this way so you can actually see it. But yeah, there's a little Bowser in here.
Oh, he just wants hugs. Look at him.
Exactly, he definitely looks like he wants hugs.
Yeah.
But then if you push down on his platform, it pops this open, and you can stick Bowser on this thing right here, and you can put Mario, the little mini Mario, on here, and it spins around, and it's supposed to be Bowser, like Mario and Bowser chasing each other.
James wants to know, isn't that the set that Tyler and his dad showed you the secret stuff on it?
No, that was the other the Nintendo set.
Okay. That's awesome. So you want to know the last couple of movies that we'll be getting into that we haven't discussed yet for next time?
Absolutely.
We have The Colony.
Which one's that movie?
That is Lawrence Fishburne about like a contaminant, I believe. We also have Matthew McConaughey versus Dragons in Rain of Fire.
Oh God, Rain of Fire. I almost forgot about that movie. How could I forget about that movie? I loved that movie as a kid.
I don't know how you forgot about that movie.
No, it's funny because I loved that movie as a kid, and then you go back and watch it, and it's like, why did I like this movie, man? This movie's fucking horrible.
Because when I watched it is before I really had internet. I didn't know there was Matthew McConaughey in it when I first saw it. I had no idea.
All Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, it didn't seem like him, so that's why I thought.
Yeah.
Like him. Of course, we have Brad Pitt versus zombies.
Oh, World War Z.
Yep.
World War Z was a good book. They didn't do it as. The movie definitely didn't do it justice, but I mean, the movie was good in its own right in different ways.
Yeah, and for some reason, RNG said, you have a zombie thing here. Why don't we throw the other zombie with all the different rules and cardio and never go in public?
Oh God, I already know.
Zombieland. Yeah,
Zombieland is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
that movie was so good. Like, did you watch the second one?
Yes.
I have not seen the second one.
It's okay. Double Tap is okay. It's okay. We have
the first one though, right?
Yes, we have the origin of Klaatu Virecta Nectu, which is the day the Earth stood still. It's how they activated the robot.
That's right. Are we talking the original or are we talking the remake?
Original.
Okay.
Because the remake's awful.
The remake is awful. Keanu Reeves not always in the greatest of movies.
Yes, and we have and lastly we have would be the most appropriate porn title ever, Snowpiercer.
Oh God, Snowpiercer. That I forced Jackie to watch that one, and she was like, "No, it's actually pretty good." Mm-hmm. Snowpiercer. I didn't watch the show, but the movie was fucking great. And I mean, dude, I always go back to the fucking axe, the one shot axe scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this giant fight on a fucking car with a fucking bunch of fucking hatchet men and Chris, and this is Chris Evans peak Captain America in a fucking Korean apocalypse movie. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you also sit there and go like I so the TV show came out and the first thing that came to mind was do they do the bug bars in this show?
I don't know. Kill off Sean Bean. Yes, everything kills off Sean Bean.
And it did kill off Sean Bean.
I haven't watched the show.
Yeah. I mean they got 3 seasons out of it, so
yeah. And no one's watched it, so that's it.
That's why Chris Evans. Yeah, that's why they canceled it because they were like, we can't do anything with this anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's fair. But that's what we got up next.
World War Z. I did read the book, James. You know what other book I have, and this is kind of off on the side right here. The Zombie Survivor Guide.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read that?
Yes.
And the only reason I got that is because it's God, what's his name's son? I have to grab it because it's right here.
Is it Joe Hill?
No, Max Brooks.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's because it's
yep.
Mel Brooks' son wrote this.
Yep.
And it is fucking funny. It's so good.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, Max Brooks. If you guys want a good read, it's called The Zombie Survivor's Survival Guide, written by Max Brooks.
Yes.
And it's got all of the same comedic sensibility that his dad has. So it's so good. And I bought it just because I was like, that's Mel Brooks' son. I'll buy it.
Mm-hmm. Of course. You have to. You have to.
It's a zombie book written by Mel Brooks' son. Okay. I'm not going to say no.
Exactly.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. Jeff, real quick before we get going here, what did you get done? Because I know you were building something back there too.
So I am working on the frame that we've been building for Reptar on our show that we do on Wednesdays. But I got the main body glued up over here, and then I'm most of the way through the head here. So this is going to be the head support for the Reptar helmet. I just have to there's like one more trident that goes on the bottom here, and then that plugs up on top of this, and that will support the inside of this.
So the idea is when he goes to cons, he's gonna put the Reptar costume on the stand so people can like pose and take pictures with Reptar.
Okay. Instead of wearing it.
Yeah, well, that frees him up to wear more costumes, and then the Reptar costume is there.
That way, when we have like a booth or something, we can have it at our booth, and then if I want to put it on, I can. But also, even then, it's kind of just sits in a pile usually, so it'd be kind of nice to actually have it set up in the back somewhere over here.
Nice.
So before we get going, as always, Jeff, give us all your pluggables, man.
So Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube were our DeLong Fam cosplay. Every Wednesday we go live and we build interesting things like this lovely stand that I'm making right now, or Reptar himself. And as of yesterday, as of today, I found out Weekend Blender is the 15th, 16th.
15th and 16th. I think I said the 14th yesterday. So yeah. 15th and 16th. And just again, for everybody out there, Jeff makes a point of making sure that his show is an hour before Conversations in the Void, so it doesn't clash with Conversations in the Void. So check out DeLong Fam cosplay on YouTube. Subscribe to them, guys. Hang out with them. They've got a bunch of fun things that they do. And of course, moving on from that perfect transition over here, Graveyard, give us your pluggable, sir.
Yes, I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod Out at Night, Mostly podcast.
Mostly
Pod.
at night. Mostly.
Due to life being life this week, the podcast was a day late. I'm sorry for that. We did have our normal Conversation in the Void with J Photos on Wednesday. That was an hour and a half long.
Yeah, he's that's an interesting dude, though, man. He was only on our show for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't actually booked him for the long form version of the show here, but dude, the guy has done everything. He's worked in horror, he's worked in comics, he's worked with fucking legends. That dude is so interesting to talk to.
Yeah, so follow us on all social media, Pod Out Night. And because, like I said, life got in the way, I was at the con last weekend, so I didn't get to do any of my gaming even this past week. So I've been uploading all the VODs to our YouTube channel. So all Man and Madan, Mario and Luigi, Until Dawn's almost fully done up there. We have one more episode to post for all 6 episodes to do the entire game, where everyone may or may not die. You have to watch it and find out. So make sure to follow us there on YouTube as well. Everywhere, Pod Out at Night.
All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am, your boy Young Phil, Distance Nerding. Of course, you can connect with us on all the social media places if it exists. We are there. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We are never calling it X. It's still going to be Twitter until the end of the days. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels the beard, John has his glasses, and of course, everything Chidu does for money, because he will do anything for money. All at Distance Nerding. Of course, if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out at the feet of
Reptar. Come on.
Of Reptar. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, because Reptar will be there for you to see soon. Then you can send us an email at insnerding@aol.com, and we will read it live on air. So that is it from us, ladies and gentlemen. We will catch everybody on next week's set of shows. Grave, you got anything this weekend or no?
I don't know if I'm doing anything tonight because PlayStation Network is still down, so I can't do my PlayStation stuff tonight. So tomorrow morning, I will be going back to Mario and Luigi Brothership. I'm having fun with the casual Saturday, not horror gaming. We'll be back Monday as well, continuing Silent Hill. I'm kind of doing a location at a time and a couple more episodes of that. And I have lots of new things planned out for the show. So I'm excited to get into it all.
Awesome. I have been doing game streams on Mondays again, ladies and gentlemen. I've been playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Being a fascist, yes.
And not just fascists, we're back to beating them Nazis. So you missed it all episode yesterday. It just became, it was like a good 30-minute stint of us talking about just punching Nazis in the mouth, and it was great.
And yet Nick Cage won't touch that subject.
Yeah. So I just want to see Nick Cage in the follow-up to Inglourious Bastards, and him just being, him just like punching Nazis. Like, come on,
exactly.
Man.
And remember, now my AI voice does exist in the Pilot at Night Twitch, so you can make me say whatever you want.
Oh, you actually recorded your voice?
I did, yeah.
Yes. I missed the last episode. I was helping you set up the thing. I put so much more interactivity on yours than mine has, but it's just because like
full screen shit.
Well, but more so because you do your streams different than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're actually gaming on your game screen, right? Whereas mine, because of the games that I play, I have to have a separate screen to play the games, so that way I can see everything on the screen, right? Yeah. And so like the jump scares don't work so much on mine as they do on yours, and we have to throw in the jump scares on yours, man, because I mean you're a horror centric game stream, so why not?
We are exactly.
So I was like, I have to put the jump scares, but then if they were like obnoxiously long, I was like, no, we're not putting that in there.
Yeah, because Phil did that. He's like, he's a jump scare, and it's like the entire screen's taken over. I can't see in the middle of a fight what's going on.
Yeah, and a lot of it was just because I was testing them to see what they were, and then you would test it, and it would be like, okay, that's like fucking 30 seconds. No, we're not doing that one. That one's never gonna grace this screen ever again.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if it's like a quick jump scare. It's another thing if it's something that's disrupting the entire game.
Yeah, it's funny when I did the AI. I had my wife listen to it. I didn't tell her what it was. She's like, "Who is that?" I'm like, it's me. It doesn't sound like you. That's what AI thinks I sound like. I don't know.
I have to go to the actual page and go listen to it and kind of hear how, because mine sounds like me.
Yes,
mine scarily sounds like me. like if you type in anything, it's got my cadence and everything down. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jeff, do you guys got anything this weekend?
This weekend, no. We actually heard on Wednesday there's a cosplay meetup in the park we might go to.
Okay.
But past that, I have broken cars to fix.
Yeah, there's that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. We will see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning for some Mario on the Pot Out at Night stream. And then, of course, early on Monday for more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign mode, which the campaign in that game is actually fucking amazing.
Gulf War, woo!
No, actually, dude, you missed it. They went full fucking horror.
Really?
Yeah. So it turns out in the part of the game that I was playing, basically there's a bioweapon that like if you paying attention on the last week when I was playing, they found this bioweapon, right? Well, you're going into this facility to try and like infiltrate everything that's going on, and you fall from like a really high distance and your gas mask cracks. So you're just like, okay, well, fuck it. And you take the gas mask off and you basically breathe in this biological agent, right? And it turns into a full on horror game.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was like, I was not expecting this. Huh?
Kind of like fear toxin.
Yeah, it was like a fear toxin, right? And I was just like, what the is this even the same fucking game? What is going on right now? Like, you go into this really dark, creepy facility, right? And it's like, it's like a government facility, but it's been abandoned, right? And like the first thing you do, so you find out you have to get these 4 key cards in order to open a an elevator, right? So each zone that you go into, there's different weird things that happen, right? And the first place I go into where I realize this is not Call of Duty anymore, right? So you as soon as you go inside these rooms, it'll give you like a small task, right? So like it told me, okay, you have to find these 4 dossiers and put them inside of a bin to give the director of that department in order to get the key card, right? Well, every time you find a dossier and you put it inside of the bin, fucking mannequins start following you.
Interesting.
And it's like, you know, at first it's just like these like mannequins just show up behind you. So when you turn around, there's a bunch of mannequins.
Yeah.
Right? And then you put the second dossier in and they start chasing you. So like, but like not, they're not like fully chasing you. It's almost like what was that game? In Resident Evil, right?
Okay.
So when you turn around and you look at them, they stop moving, right? But then as soon as you turn around, they chase you again, right? So like you go move and they're like running, and then you turn around and they'll stop. But then like every now and then one will stop in its tracks and it'll like, you know, like fall over. You'll see an arm move or a leg move or something like that. And by the time you put all the dossiers in there, they're full on chasing you and they're full on like running at you. And you have to like shoot them and kill them. And then one of the directors is like a super mannequin. Yeah, no, sounds just like no bueno. I don't like mannequins. And you like they give you a grappling hook, so you have to like grapple the boss mannequin. And then when you finally grapple it enough times, a fucking like monster zombie shows up in the room. It's like this fucking 7 foot. It's like Nemesis.
Okay.
Right. And it's just like, you know, big and it's fast and it's like stomping everywhere and like, you know, takes half your health if it touches you and you have to like use like 30 clips to kill it. Right. And you have to do this like in different ways, like 4 times. So like the next room I go into is like, it's like a neurological room, and there's like a giant sensory deprivation tank. So it's just like, you know, water, but then there's like a different kind of like zombie monster sitting inside of a tank, right? So then you have to like figure out how to open the tank, and then again, now you have like 1,000 zombies like running at you, and you have to kill them while this giant zombie is coming after you.
Interesting,
right? And then another room. There was the room where they give you the grappling hook. It's very, again, Resident Evil style monster. Like it's like a half like bipedal dog, but then also has like an angler fish like fucking thing on it that has like a mannequin on it and all this other stuff. And it's like, you know, it's like summoning zombies and it's chasing you and everything's dark. Right? So it's like a full-on fucking horror game, and I'm just like, I wasn't geared up to play a horror game. I wasn't expecting this at all, right? And then in the end, because like at this point, it's starting to seem like, you know, you're dead, and you're starting to hear all this stuff like that's like you were part of like some experiment and all this other stuff, and this chick is just talking in your head, and you finally get out of there, and you realize, oh yeah, no, it was a bioagent, and you were hallucinating the entire time.
So
you got scarecrowed.
Yeah, but then what makes me what I think about in this is, if I'm hallucinating the entire time and I'm killing zombies, was I just killing people? You know, or was I just killing like just regular ass like mannequins and shit? Like, what was going on down there?
Oh, people, easily people.
Yeah. But the other thing is when you go into this place, like there's dead bodies everywhere. Like people are just dead. Right. And I think like one of the explanations is the bioagent like kind of like got like lost containment while it was in that place, and everybody hallucinated and killed each other. Because they have a scene, there's a villain reveal. You know, the last couple games they were just like, oh, well, they're trying to figure out who the bad guy is.
Right.
They reveal who the bad guy is, and that person they basically lock up 2 patients inside of like a padded room and put the hallucinogen in both of them, and you just see them both freaking out, and then one of them just starts like ripping the other one's face off. Right. And they were just like, yeah, no, this is better than what we expected it to be. You know, if we drop this somewhere, you know, all this stuff. So, you know, I think this is a way for them to bridge the zombies games into the zombie portion of Call of Duty into the regular game.
So it makes more sense.
Right. And it's a masterclass. It's genius with the way they did the storytelling. But again, I was pretty sad that, you know, events happened, and I was like, oh my god, this is a perfect fucking like graveyard. Like this would have been great. Graveyard would have been perfect here right now.
Mm.
You know, because like you would have been having so much fun with the horror version of that game.
Probably.
I may just replay the level just so you can see.
Ooh.
Because you can do that. It's creepy, dude. At least now I know what to do. But I mean, like, yeah, it's really creepy.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then of course, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and now I'm full on fighting Nazis.
Mhm. As you should.
Yeah.
Nazis bad. I
Yeah.
don't care what anyone else says. Nazis
It's great.
bad.
You're in Egypt now, and you're just basically, trying to avoid Nazis. But I got, you know how like I made a point of not shooting any guns in the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I found an M1 Garand and I just started shooting every Nazi I could find.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's a trail of dead Nazis in Egypt, killed by Indiana Jones.
Rightfully so.
Right. I'll tell you this: if you want to go run and gun in Indiana Jones, it sucks because the aiming fucking system is terrible. But the advantage is everything is one shot kills. So I mean,
Okay.
at least I'm not sitting there trying to like shoot people like crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
While we were talking, I finished.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I have gone super over. We were supposed to do the dance party 30 minutes ago, so let's get this time, guys. I will see you guys all later. Everybody have a good night, and of course, keep nerding together. Let's get this dance party going. And scary.
Distance nerding.
Oh yeah,
No, not at all.
the cream rises. Oh yeah, the cream rises to the top. Yeah, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Kitty Pride. It's Kitty Pride and Hello Kitty.
Is that Kitty Pride or is that Magic?
Magic is there, but it's Kitty Pride.
Okay.
That's Kitty Pride.
All right.
Got her feet on the back and everything.
We'll see everybody on next
Bye.
week.